Institute. Welcome, Sam. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon to everyone listening today. I hope they're keeping well.
We hope so as well. Sam, thank you so much for your time, as I said again. And let's not waste any time and start giving information about to your students. Right now, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. So, guys, if you're watching this one, if you have any questions or you're interested in studying at Holmes Institute, feel free to send us a message and we'll definitely get back to you. If you have any certain specific questions to Sam, feel free to put forward into the Facebook comment section and we'll take them. Of course, we can take YouTube questions as well. So Sam, let's start once again from the information about Holmes Institute. Can you please tell us the campuses and a little bit info about Holmes Institute, please?
Yep. So to start with, at the very beginning, Holmes Institute, we're one of Australia's, if not the largest, private providers of higher education. We have been offering our own higher education programs for close to 20 years now, so since 2003. And we have 5 locations within Australia. So for higher education, which we'll be focusing on today, we offer Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and also Gold Coast. So we have undergraduate courses, postgraduate courses, all within different sectors of education. So undergraduate, postgraduate. So in terms of our campuses, each one of our locations, it's all located in the CBD. So it's very easy to access. So for Melbourne, for instance, where a lot of your students are probably tuning in, we're in Parliament, so very easy access. There's no going out to like the suburbs to get to the school, so quite convenient for international students. So very easy to access in that sense. In terms of our programs, we specialize in business courses, accounting courses, and IT courses. I'll go into a bit of detail about what programs we offer. So for the undergraduate courses, we have a Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Professional Accounting, and Bachelor of Information Systems. These days, we have more so postgraduate students. So for postgraduate courses, we have Masters of Information Systems, Mba Professional, 2-year MBA, and our most popular course, which Holmes is quite well known for, is our dual master's degree. So Masters of Professional Accounting and Masters of Business Administration. So it's quite a unique program. Not many providers in Australia have a dual master's degree. In this program, not only will you meet the 2-year 485 requirement for post-study work visa, but you'll get 2 testamers upon completion and also meet all the accounting requirements in that sense.
Excellent. Sorry,
Yeah, I was going to say, we launched, just to let your viewers who are listening at the moment give an idea of what's been happening with Holmes really the last year, because this is all quite general, the information I'm giving, but since really COVID, we went online for all our courses in March. We're just upon completion of our 2nd online semester. The response has been really good. So obviously students from international students, which is our main market, have had to do face-to-face, but as you know, times have changed. Going online, the response has been quite good. So I'll go into more detail later on, but the passing rate within our programs, it's been over its highest it's ever been from online. And since this global pandemic, which has been tough on everyone, we launched our Masters of Information Systems in September. So this is a brand new course, has cybersecurity, business analytics, and project management as majors. We launched that in September to a very good response. And for November, which we can talk about today, because a lot of students who may be changing visas, looking for new options, we have this new Mba Professional, which is a 2-year MBA where students can get a graduate certificate and a graduate diploma after 1 or 2 semesters as well. So it's good for onshore students. It's good for extension students. If you wanted just a 1-year course or a 2-year course, we have that available as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Sam. In 21st century, when everything is kind of, digitally, we are in a digital world right now.
Yeah.
I've seen the cyber security kind of course is more, there are so many people are kind of interested in that. And that's amazing to see, because the number of jobs later on in that particular field will be too many.
Well, the graduate outcomes are really good. And as we've probably all witnessed, like during this global pandemic, cybersecurity in particular, but IT more general sense, it seems like one of the few industries that doesn't seem to be affected as of now. What we're witnessed is growth. And you probably heard in the news that Australia's been threatened by cyber hackers, apparently from China or wherever they're coming from. And the Australian government, they're putting more resources, more infrastructure into this field. So it's exciting, and it's something that we've always been planned to have, and it's great that we launched the Masters of Information System, but it's also a unique course as well. So it's not IT, it's not networking, it's not computer science, it's info systems.
Yes.
So it's more general. It can accept students without an IT background, but then the unique aspect of this program is in the 3rd or 4th semester, you have this focus where you can major in cybersecurity or business analytics or project management. So you're getting a more broad general sense, but then you have the opportunity to focus on a specialization upon your 3rd and 4th semester. And it's something that's very exciting, and we're glad to have launched this in September. And
excellent. So if somebody is non-cognitive, so suppose, for an example, if I've done Bachelor of Business in the past, and if I wish to go for MIS or cybersecurity, that is the option available.
No problem. And we've got many students. We've even got students for our September intake who may be dependents, like their partner, their spouse is studying, and they're on a spousal 485 visa, and they're looking for a course. And they might have a bachelor offshore. As long as it's equivalent to an Australian bachelor degree, they can do the MIS. And with these courses in Australia, we can do English placement tests as well. So even during a global pandemic, we're in full lockdown, stage 4 in Melbourne, I should say. We've been able to still do online placement tests. So students can meet the English requirement for this program, but not need to have an IELTS or PTE.
Excellent. Okay. That's very good to know. Thank you so much, Sam, for that. Now let's come to November intake. I believe the next intake you would be targeting, or you would like to give information about is November intake. So can you please tell us what sort of courses are available in campuses across?
Yeah, so the response we did in July to our students who are currently studying was we were being very flexible during this current time. So not only were we allowing students to go on a reduced study load, many students could do 3 subjects, no problem, normally it's 4. We were allowing students, if they had some kind of job loss or financial hardship, to do 2 subjects. But we also gave all our current students studying in July $500 off their fees. And as a lot of your students listening right now, our fees are already quite affordable. So we're doing the same thing for November students. So current students studying at Holmes, or any student who started in July, they're getting $500 off, but we're also offering 15% off for our November intake as well. So any student who does 4 subjects, they will get 15% off, whether they're an existing or a brand new student, off the fee. So to give your students listening an idea on how much that will be, our Holmes fees for 4 subjects for a master's course is roughly $8,400 per semester. Take off that 15% off. It's what, 7,160 or something, to give your students an idea. So that's available for new students. We're giving that to our existing students, and our existing students, they're also getting a further $500 off that as well. So I know most of your students listening today aren't studying at Holmes, but just to give them an idea, we try and look out for our own students during these tough times, because not every student's getting the support from back home. Banks are locked down, limited support locally here. So we are trying to look after our current students, but also have an attractive promotion for November intake. All the courses that I've mentioned, those higher ed courses, they're all available for November. And we do have that brand new course, the Mba Professional, which is a 2-year MBA that has info systems, project management, entrepreneurship, international business, and accounting as specializations. Students can do multiple specializations, or they can just do a generic 2-year MBA Professional. You might have some students listening who may be close to changing visa, might just need some time. They could do a graduate diploma of business. That's a 1-year course. And even if they change visas after successfully completing 1 semester, they can still get a qualification as well. So they can still get a graduate certificate in a 6-month qualification.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Now, as we were talking about, global pandemic, and there's so many things changed since March and everything. First of all, I'll definitely ask the experience of students, but what was your experience? How did you cope up? Because we all are working from home. We all are professionals who are, working for different companies and organizations. So I would like to listen your few tips, what you have been telling students.
I found, for me personally, the easiest way to manage a lockdown is just keeping a strict routine and making sure you stick to that routine and you look after yourself. So obviously movement is very limited. So I've been just trying to focus on a routine and take that as it comes, but also listen to other people's point of views and just maintain communication is also key. So Holmes, we were quite fortunate because we aren't a university, but in one way I find that we can be a bit more robust and react quicker to change. So what we've been able to do is make these quick, swift decisions, really react quickly to this changing circumstance, which is very fluid and changing it week by week, and try and react in the positive light to try and best support our students. So we had to quickly all go online for the first semester, and we had to quickly shut down the campus in Victoria. And unfortunately, we already had the infrastructure set up, and it's been quite well in terms of the response and feedback we've got for our first semester online. Students still have the opportunity to talk to the lecturers. We have interactive tutorials with each lecturer. And obviously, because we are online, there are no exams either. So even for those CPA requirements, there are no exams for those accounting subjects. And that's going to be the same case for November intake as well. So it's been quite well. Honestly, like the passing rate's been better than it's ever been. We had an 88% pass rate in March intake, so trimester 1. So it's been quite good in that sense. But obviously, yeah, I understand the frustration with everyone in Melbourne in particular is going through this. It's going to be for a few more weeks, we think, but I was saying this in April, but let's all be optimistic and get through this together. And at least we're looking at summer coming out of this, and hopefully it's going to be a summer to remember.
That's right. That's right. Whatever feedback we have been getting from students is, of course, because everything is online and, the lectures and everything are kind of recorded. That is sort of a portal. So there is a place to go for students. When they were coming to university, of course, there was a traveling time, of course, reaching out to that lecture. And then sometimes they don't tend to get time to, go back to the portal or to see those lectures again and again. Now, when they're sitting home, on the contrary, it has kind of worked in their favor. So it's a blessing in disguise, as I would like to put it, because it has worked. And as you said, the passing rate has gone up is because they have more time to look after those things. So that is perfectly all right.
Yeah, definitely.
The other question which I would like to ask you is when it comes to, mental health, these days, as government also pretty much across Australia is putting more emphasis or giving funding to the mental health organizations, because that is one of the most important aspects. So when it comes to students, how you guys are dealing about counselors or any support services in your students?
So we have announcements every week through our Blackboard, and our director on student engagement and our support officers do maintain regular communication with students' well-being. And obviously everyone's affected differently in this global pandemic. So we have different flexibility or different scheduling available for students who might be struggling. So whether that's deferrals or whether it's reduced study load or whether it's special consideration when it comes to marks, we're trying to be as flexible as possible because we truly are in unprecedented times. But yeah, mental health, obviously it's not something that everyone wants to talk about, but we are engaging with students in that sense. Obviously our campus isn't open, but when it is, they're welcome to come. But we are directly engaging with students through Zoom sessions. and through other means like direct contact through calls during these trying times.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sam. Now, the other aspect, of course, we talked about it, about the study load, about, 3 subjects to 2 subjects and everything. What about the scholarships? Do you guys are providing, of course, you mentioned about 15%, fee deduction, but can you please tell us a little bit about scholarships?
Yes. So the usual promotional price that we have for students from subcontinent, there already is a scholarship price. So it's around $1,200 cheaper than the listed fee. So the regular price is roughly $9,600 for 4 subjects. Then you got a promotional price of $8,400. And then, we're doing 15% off for this semester for COVID scholarships. So again, $7,100 roughly. It's just for this semester, but to give students an idea, we did it in July intake. So those students who started in July, they got 15% off. They're going to get it again if they choose to study 4 subjects in November. And let's see where we are in March. But it's not, for now, it's just going to be for the November intake, but we have offered it for multiple intakes before. So I can't confirm if we'll be doing that in March. We don't know where we stand, but we'll be potentially trying to support students further. And then, like I mentioned, our main priority has been looking after our current students, because in Australia, we have currently around 7,000 students studying higher education at Holmes. So we're trying to look after those students and help them get through, whether it becomes reduced study load, deferral suspensions, or even giving the $500 credit to every student, which we did for the July intake, and we're doing again for November. So even if you've got a home student who wants to do that November intake, we don't force students to study in summer. It's optional. But if they do decide just to do one subject, they'll get $500 off that one subject. So it's taking it to like $1,500 for one subject over summer.
Excellent. And that is incredible that not only the new, but you're looking after your current students as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, appreciate all the efforts which goes in there, and of course to the team of people in there. Now, before wrap up, I would like to ask you if you have any message, because of course we all have different messages at different times to students. I would like to hope that we are going in the right direction coming out of the pandemic. Of course, there is a ray of hope, and there is, as we say, we could see the light at the end of the tunnel. So what would you like to give message who are, watching us at this point of time, or who are sitting at the...
I guess just for, I just guess for a lot of students, it's a very uncertain time, and a lot of students are reassessing their priorities, whether it's the best decision for them and their family to be studying overseas or going back home. So I guess with Holmes, we have built up this brand. We are a trusted partner looking after international students from India for over 30 years now. So in terms of getting students priorities and what's seeing a best fit for them, like we've already got thousands of students currently studying with us, and the satisfaction is quite high. So if you are looking for a supportive environment that focuses looking after international students, we have that brand, and we're here to really help and listen. And November intake is a good opportunity, or even March.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sam. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Aussizz Group, I would like to thank you for your time. I know when we say that we are working from home, but the amount of work we are trying to achieve is more. So I know everybody's busy, and thank you so much again. Guys, you have heard Sam from Holmes Institute. He has given all the information about November intake and of course March intake. If we have missed something, which I hope we haven't, but if we miss out something and if you need more information, feel free to get in touch with any of the Aussizz offices. Of course, we are from Brisbane to Perth. We have offices in every single state, and we represent so many universities and colleges. If you need certain information about certain course, as Sam said, that he's got MIS, which is a new course started recently, and I know because it's cybersecurity and everything, it's attached to that. So it's wonderful to start that. Feel free to get in touch with us. Of course, all the offices in other states are open, but in Victoria, we all are working from home. Feel free to send us a message or give us a call, and we'll definitely get back to you as soon as possible. Again, thank you so much, Sam, and look forward
to having me.
Thank you.
Hope everyone stays safe.
Thank you.